As I talk to people around the state, they tell me that they want a state government that works efficiently, treats them fairly, and protects their fundamental rights. Many Oklahomans I talk to want clarity about who has authority to do what in our state. And that's because today our state is dealing with the fallout from the McGirt decision. It's a decision that has rocked our state and caused division where previously there was none. But I know there's a path forward. Because of the success we've found negotiating compacts with the Apaches, the Chickasaws, the Citizen Potawatomi, and the Wyandotte governments just over the last few weeks. But we still need clarity. 3 years ago, in my State of the State, I asked a few questions stemming from the Supreme Court's decision. In 2021, I asked, do tribal members living in Tulsa and the eastern part of our state pay income tax? Today, there are tribal governments supporting a woman named Strobel in her lawsuit before the Oklahoma Supreme Court so she can be exempted from paying state income taxes. In 2021, I asked, who regulates agriculture, water, energy? Today, there are tribal governments trying to stand in the way of our State Department of Agriculture's ability to issue necessary permits to farmers to work on their private lands. In 2021, I asked, what is the state's ability to enforce laws? There are tribal governments who supported a man named Hooper as he fought against Tulsa Police's authority to enforce traffic laws. In 2021, I asked, who had the authority to make arrests and prosecute people? Today, we're dealing with the fallout from the conflict at the Okmulgee County Jail, where due to disagreements about who has authority over that part of our state, there was a standoff as a Creek tribal officer tried to arrest a county correctional officer in his jail. 3 years after McGirt, we are still operating under a confusing and conflicting patchwork of jurisdiction across our state. It is imperative that we clarify our law enforcement relationships immediately. That's why I created the One Oklahoma Task Force to come up with cross-deputizations and jail agreements. I hope that this task force can work to find a solution that protects the safety of all 4 million Oklahomans, regardless of their race or their heritage. And I hope the tribes will choose to participate. In 2021, I said, it is critical, while embracing the tribal heritage of many Oklahomans, that we do not lose sight of the fact that we're all Oklahomans. We can't be a state that operates two different sets of rules, especially based on race. Here's the deal. Things are different in Oklahoma than they are in places like Arizona. Arizona has the Navajo reservation. And it is true, tribal members who live on the Navajo reservation do not pay taxes to the state of Arizona. But here's what's also true. The state of Arizona doesn't build roads on the reservation. They don't fund hospitals, they don't fund public schools or airports on the reservation. They don't send the Arizona Highway Patrol to enforce laws on the reservation. And there are tribal governments who want Tulsa and eastern Oklahoma to look like the Navajo reservation. But eastern Oklahoma is different than the Navajo reservation. And we have better outcomes for our tribal populations across the board. We've operated as one Oklahoma since statehood, and it's how we're going to operate for as long as I'm governor. Stand with me to protect one unified Oklahoma